So something that's been coming up the most when I've been talking to friends and family about them starting their workouts or things they're just dealing with in general on a day-to-day basis is tennis elbow. I dealt with this a lot when I first started doing like 100 pull-ups a day and certain things, because what happens is, to make it simple for you, is what tennis elbow kind of gets its name is from tennis players constantly swinging the racket like this, and they get really strong in this direction, but they don't ever go afterwards and do anything and strengthen this muscle back in the other direction, which actually, when you get used to starting to do so, you'll feel some separation already and some relief in that tennis elbow area. So what I found to help out a ton is getting a band and tying it off somewhere. And then after I started doing this for a couple days or a couple weeks, it went away altogether, and I've never had this problem again since for years. So what I do is you get this arm stretched out here, locked out straight, and let that wrist pull back towards where you have the band tied off. And then flex this wrist up forward and let it slowly come back, and use that resistance to be slow and back. I want you to hang out here. You can pull forward more, get some extra work right there in that area. And you're gonna come back this way. You're gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna get it extended, pull back that way, pull them back. Create some separation there, or you're already gonna feel a ton of relief just by that. And then so while you're here, go ahead and get you some forearm work that direction. Switch this wrist around this way, go up, go as far back as you can, pull that band, and really get this forearm balanced back out, and that pain will go away. That's really all that's happening. When you start to feel things, I want you to think, am I working that in reverse, or am I just working it one direction? Because you'll get out of balance. And then the last thing I do, because of jiu-jitsu, we do a lot of squeezing and then obviously pull-ups, constantly gripping, is you can use a bucket of rice to do this if you want as well, but I prefer these finger bands. So in between my sets, I'll go ahead and work and extend my fingers out, working them in the opposite direction. Okay. Prevent a ton of stiffness and soreness the next day, to where I can continue to do pull-ups and get work in every day. Do a lot of holds,